Hey everyone, it's James back with the reviews for the January comic Bento box. The theme for the month was the gray area, and it was kind of a gray area for me. I wasn't really keen on any of the books in particular, but I didn't hate anything either, so it was a lot of middle-of-the-road stuff. But we'll start off with Rai Volume 1, Welcome to New Japan, rated T+, from Valiant. It's written by Matt Kint with art by Creighton Klein, reprints Rai 1 through 4, 112 pages, $9.99 cover price on the volume, $16 would be the normal cover price for this. What I really liked about this was the art. Just to give a little shot of some of that. I thought the art was just fantastic. The amount of digital effects that were included in there I thought was really great given the futuristic story. Likewise, in the back of the volume, there were a lot of the variant covers, which I don't like variant covers as a general thing, but if you're going to put all of those in the back of a collected volume, I really liked being able to see all of the different artists' takes on things. So for that, I kind of liked it, but I still felt like the story wasn't going anywhere. One of the other upsides, though, was that it didn't tie itself heavily into the Valiant continuity, so I didn't feel like I was being dragged down by not having read any particular volumes at the same time or parallel to this. But it was an alright story. I kind of liked it. If the next volume fell into my lap, I'd read it. I wouldn't seek it out though. So I'm going to give this a 5. Really, like I said, very middle of the road on that one. Next volume was Superior Iron Man, Volume 1, Infamous, rated T+ from Marvel. Written by Tom Taylor with art by, and I'm basing all of this pronunciation on ComicsDB, Yulduri Chunar. I hope I got that right. Also with Rui Jose and Juan Velasco. Corey Hampshire and Tom Palmer and Laura Braga also on art duties on that. This reprinted Superior Iron Man 1 through 5. It was 136 pages, $19.99. Original cover price was $20, so right at what it would have been if you'd actually bought the issues. I kind of dug the story. The story was actually one of the better aspects of this book, but it still left me with a unsettled feeling. It's one of the reasons why I don't like villain books, because generally when you try and make a villain a sympathetic character, it takes away the fact that they are a very self-absorbed individual, and that's one of the reasons why they're a villain. They're not looking out for the good of most of humanity, or even most of the time even a group of humanity. In this, he was kind of in it for himself, but with a bent that was like, look, I'm giving you this stuff as an advancement of you as a person. But there was just a very bitter tint to the way Tony Stark was portrayed, so I wasn't really keen on that. It just, like I said, it was very unsettling as a story. How long you could keep that up, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how long the series has been going, but maybe a volume or two more I'd be interested in reading, but beyond that, it would start to get to a point where I just didn't like the character and didn't want to read him anymore. So for that reason, I'm going to give that one also a 5.0, middle of the road. Better story than what Rai had, but not as good art, and I'm not sure I would want to go any further in that. Third up was the hardcover in there, which is Troublemaker, Book 1, Memorial. I'm sorry, not Memorial, just Book 1. Not rated, from Dark Horse by Jen Ivanovich and Alex Ivanovich. Art by Joel Jones with Ben Dewey and Andy Owens. It's an original graphic novel, so this was the first time that this was originally published. 112 pages, $17.99. So obviously that was the original cover price. I gotta give it a 4.5, because while I really liked the depiction of some of the characters and how they were introduced as here's 3 or 4 things you really need to know about this character, which got, in a very quick way of doing it, what the character was kind of all about. So I really liked that, but I didn't like the fact that you kind of needed to know a little bit about the series, since this was the 3rd book of the series. Also, since this was only one of 2, I kind of felt like Dark Horse didn't do us any favors by having a 2-volume set in hardcover that they then combined into a single paperback. So it was kind of like the worst of all worlds on that. The story didn't really go anywhere. I felt kind of like they left it cliffhanging, and I was not interested. So that was definitely the downside. But Joelle Jones did a pretty decent job on the stuff that she did, because she was mostly forefronts. There was another artist for the backgrounds on that. So I don't really care for that kind of thing either, because if you're the artist, you should be the artist in entirety. Last in the box was Lola XOXO, not rated, from Aspen. And I completely missed the fact that on the cover she's got a gun. When I opened the box, I was just flipping through real quick and thought it was swords and sorcery kinds of things. This is by Sia Oum, which I didn't have anywhere that I could find a phonetic reference for that, so I'm hoping I got that one right too. Reprints Lola XOXO 1 through 6, so this is the entire first volume for that. 176 pages, $14.99. Original cover price would have been $24, so this was a good deal compared to individual issues. Additionally, if you were only doing the original issues, there would not have been nearly so much. There was just a ton of variant covers included in here, which was very interesting to see, the takes on that, although there were a lot of them that were by COOM. Didn't really care for the story. I'd be willing to give it another volume if the next thing came out and I had it, but I just kind of wasn't sure about it. And gonna give it a 6.0. Like I said at the beginning, all of these were ones that I was just kind of wishy-washy on. They either didn't really strike me, or it was like, well, that was good but not good enough to continue. Total box value on this was $63, so I still got my money's worth this month, and I am looking forward to actually getting into the Amped box for February. So I will be back in not too long to get those done, and I will talk to you later.